نحمده ونصلي على رسول كريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Dear brother and sisters, I making this video on behalf of my friend whom I met over the internet on Skype. He is a teacher of the Quran. He teaches Quran in madrasa in Islamabad, Pakistan, and he's a hafiz and a qari, and teaches the Quran with tajweed and meaning. He teaches the kids, and he wants to reach out and teaches and spread his teaching to the kids overseas, especially European countries and America, because the condition and the situation here in America and in other countries, European countries, are really bad now, and the deen of Islam is just going away from our kids, right? So it is imperative to teach them the Quran now. It is very important. It's our duty as a parent that we teach the Quran to our kids. So let me just get started and show you a few things. Quranic ayat. I'm not gonna say anything from my own because I'm not a scholar or anything. I'm a student of the Quran. I study the Quran, and I found few things which I think that every Muslim should know. First, let's take a look at this ayah here. It is from Surah Nisa, chapter 4, Surah Nisa, Surah 4, and ayah 43. And what it says is, read this here, and this is the English meaning, and for those who need Urdu meaning is right here, and for those who need any language is right here. So many languages you can understand the Quran, right? So let's start here. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. This ayah starts like, Ya ayyuhallazina amanu la taqrabu salata wa antum sukara hatta ta'lamu ma taqulun. I'm going to stop here. And what is the meaning of it? Let's go take a look, because like I said, I'm not going to say anything from my own, because the meanings are here. Sahih International, Muslim, all these translations on internet, on the internet you can find it, or you can, any other tafsir, whatever you can find on the internet. Everything is available. So I'm reading it from here. O you who believe, do not approach prayer while you are intoxicated. So the first part is that Allah says that don't even go near the salah or the namaz if you are intoxicated, means if you are drunk, right? But why? Why Allah not saying here that just don't drink, right? Because until this time, when this ayah came, the sharab was not prohibited, okay? Everybody was drinking. But what was happening is that when a person was drinking and reading salah, since after getting drunk you do not know what you're saying, Allah says don't read or perform the salah. If you are hatta ta'lamuna ma taqulun, until you know what you are saying, right? So simply their problem was that getting drunk and not knowing, even though the Arabic language was their language and they understand everything, but since they're drunk, they don't know what they're saying. So the bottom line, the problem is that Allah is saying don't read salah if you don't know what you are saying. Means for us, we don't drink, right? We're not drunk while we are reading salah, but the problem is the language. So what do we need to do? We need to learn the language so that we can ta'lamun ma taqulun, ta'lamu ma taqulun, so that we can understand what we are saying. Whatever we are saying in Surah Fatiha or any Quran that we read, we must know the meaning of it. If not, Allah says don't go near the salah. Forget about reading. Don't even think about it. Allah doesn't want this kind of salah, okay? This is the Surah Ma'un. You should read that where Allah says that فَوَيْلٌ لِلْمُصَلِّينَ. That means the destruction of those who reading salah. But why? Because الَّذِينَ هُمْ عَنْ صَلَاتِهِمْ سَاهُونَ. Because they are careless about their salah. They don't know what they are saying. So Allah says that I will destroy them. Even in Musallin. Dangerous ayah, right? So it is imperative to understand the Quran, the meaning of it, and should be able to read the Quran the right way with tajweed and all that, so that you don't make mistakes. Because when you make mistake, then the meaning changes. Same word means different, right? Just like assalamu alaikum, then peace be upon you. But a lot of people say assalamu alaikum, that means death upon you. See the difference? Bad, very bad, right? So our duty as parents now, especially living in America and different in European countries, we need to teach our kids Quran now. We need to start it. Not only them, but we need to start reading and understanding it ourselves. So this is the first ayah which I wanted to share with you, that how dangerous it is if you're reading the Salah without understanding it, right? Then so many ayat, but I'm going to show you one more maybe. See Surah Yusuf here. It says, Allah says, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim, Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Inna anzalnahu Qur'anan Arabiyyan la'allakum taqilun. What's the meaning? Indeed, we have sent it down in an Arabic Quran that you might understand. Yaqinan, मैं उर्दू में भी बोल देता हूँ, यकीनन हमने इसको कुरान अरबी नादिल फरमाया कि तुम समझ सको. The purpose of the Quran is to understand it, okay? Not just read like Chinese or some other language that we don't know, or making sound and then not understanding anything, right? You're supposed to understand it. Don't play with the Quran. We're gonna get burned. Be careful, right? So these are the two ayat, just to show the importance of understanding it. So now this is one thing that we're supposed to do. Now I'm gonna take your attention to this ayah, and this is the ayah, Surah Baqarah, ayah number 141. By the way, this is the website that I always use, because so that you guys and anybody who's watching my video know that I'm not coming up from my own thinking different ideas which are maybe true or not true, but I'm just showing you what is already has done. All the translations are there. You can just pick any translation and read the Quran and understand it on your own, on the comfort of your house or your bedroom even, right? So this is the website here, legacy.quran.com, and there are so many websites you can, and I check this website, the meanings and these the translations, they are all good, so I use them, right? So this ayah is وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أَعُوذُ بِاللَّهِ مِنَ الشَّيْطَانِ الرَّجِيمِ. Sorry for that. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. وَكَذَلِكَ جَعَلْنَاكُمْ أُمَّةً وَسَطًا لِتَكُونُوا شُهَدَاءَ عَلَى النَّاسِ. Right? Couple of things. That word wusta. This is عَلَى النَّاسِ. I want to pay attention to these words, and I want to take your attention to this. For example, this surah here, we go and we say first the meaning here is, look, and thus we have made you a just community, that you will be witness over the people. What do you mean by just community? This is another problem when you're reading, and let's take a look at the Urdu meaning here as well. That see this, हमने इस तरह तुम्हें आदिल उम्मत बनाया. What does that mean? आदिल उम्मत, ताकि तुम लोगों पर गवाह हो जाओ. So there are few misunderstandings. So let me just clear that thing up a little bit. This word wasatan doesn't mean adil here, really. What does it mean here is this. You just have to go through the different part of the Quran, you understand. So look, this ayah here, it says, this is also Surah Baqarah. It says, Hafizu ala salawati was salatil wusta. This is the wasat, wusta, the same word. But what does that mean here? Here, salatul wusta means maintain with care your prayers, and especially the middle prayer, right? So it's like a wasat means middle, right? The middle, and that's the meaning is used here, right? Now, if you says here the meaning just community, but this ayah is saying something else. This is Surah Al Imran. Allah says, A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. It says here, Kuntum khayra ummatin ukhrijat linnasi. So here it's not saying just ummah, it says the best nation. We are the best of the best nation. The Muslim ummah is the best ummah right now. And why Allah created? Allah says, the nation produced for mankind. We are produced for mankind. To do what? What are we supposed to do with the mankind? What do we have to do with the mankind? We have a duty to do it. What? تَعْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. We have to order them to do good things, and we have to stop them from bad things. What are the bad things? The don'ts in the Quran, right? For example, homosexuality is legal in America and in almost all the Europe. We have to stop them, but can we? They're gonna bomb the hell out of us, right? We cannot do anything. But what we can do is what we have control over, and we have control over our houses, our families, our wives, our kids, right? So let's start teaching them at least. If we cannot do right now, let's hope Allah will help us. But we have to help our kids, our families too. So we need to teach the kids, our kids, and teach them all of this, the knowledge of, like I said, the yatlu alayhim ayati wa yu'allimuhum al-kitaba wal-hikmah. We don't teach them only to read the Quran with tajweed. That doesn't mean anything. We need to teach them. It is important to read the Quran the right way, but what is very important is to understand the meaning, the knowledge in the Quran, the knowledge in the ayat, so that they can carry our legacy, the Islam, into the next generation, right? Now our kids will be our next generation, and if we don't teach them the Quran, then what's going to happen? You know that their kids will not even be Muslim anymore. And wallahi, Allah is going to ask us. We will be asked, what did you do with amana that I gave you? Our kids are not our kids. We don't own them. They're not our property. That's Allah's amana. We're not supposed to do any khayana in there. Okay? So take care of that amana. We have to send it back, and we will be asked, and we have to be what? Witness. So this is here how it is. Now you understand that we are middleman between Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and nas. And we have to give what? The day of judgment, shahuda, means shahadat, means witness, that yes, Allah will ask, did you deliver my message? Because I said to you, no more prophets coming and no more messenger coming. You're gonna be doing the job as a middleman. So the Quran came through prophet to us. We are the middleman now, and our duty is to send it to Ukhrijatan lin-nas, Allah says. He created us for the nas, nas. So we have to deliver the Quran to other people who are not non-Muslims. So forget about that. Right now we have problem with our own families, our own kids not learning the Quran and not knowing anything. Right? We have problems. We don't even know the Quran. A lot of them. Like I say, more than 80% of the people, Muslims from India and Pakistan, they read the Salah, but they don't know what they're reading. And I showed you this. Allah says, don't even think about going close to the Salah. Don't read if you don't know what you're reading. This is the Qurani ayat. I'm not saying anything from my own, right? So I'm just showing you what Quran is talking about, what the Quran is saying. So here we have to do the witness, just like وَيَكُونَ الرَّسُولُ عَلَيْكُمْ شَهِيدًا. And Rasul has given the witness already, and he will give the witness in the day of judgment too. If you remember, after the Hajj, our Rasul only performed one Hajj, and then right after that was Jummah, and he gave a sermon, a Jummatul Wida we call it, and he asked 3 times to the people, saying, did I deliver the message to you? And they says, yes, Prophet ﷺ, you have delivered the message of Allah to us 100%. He asked 3 times. So we already, he has the witness over us. And he will say that, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, I delivered the message and they witnessed that I delivered. But can we do the same at the day of judgment? Are we doing this job as a middleman? Who's going to teach our neighbor who are non-Muslims? Angels? Because prophets not coming. So this is our duty. And for that, we need to understand the Quran first, and then teach our kids. Very important, teach our kids. So that's why I'm making this video. I'm putting an ad so that it reaches to more people. And this friend of mine, he's, like I said, Islamabad, and he wants to do it. And I'm going to reach more people like him who can come in on the internet and teach the people or the kids overseas, so that we can save the Quran in their minds, right? This is our duty. So please think about it. Start thinking about teaching the Quran. And if you are in need to find one, this is a very good person. I talked to him personally. I saw him, on the Skype. You can see that nowadays, right? So I have full 100% trust on him, and he will teach your kids the Quran not only with tajweed and with the meaning and all of that. So like I said, it's very important. If you can leave a message if you want to do it. You can leave a message here on this page after watching this video, and inshallah I will deliver your information, or I'll give him the page information, so he will be coming here and seeing the response of people, and then answering, and then you take it from there, and like I said, please start doing it, because we will be asked. That's all I can say. I don't want to take more time of yours. And the end of the video, I would only say that وَمَا عَلَيْنَا إِلَّا الْبَلَاغُ وَآخِرُ دَعْوَانَا عَنِ الْحَمْدُ لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.